TGI Fridays turnaround plan is starting to work. Last year, it signed 150 new franchise contracts and believes it can grow from a little over 400 units today to 1,000 by 2030. This comes on top of closing 100 restaurants in 2024. So what the heck has happened? If you are in the restaurant business, there are some great lessons here for you. The first is that Fridays finally figured out where it can be competitive in terms of location. Let me explain. Fridays, over the last few decades, has become known as a premium brand in overseas markets, but not here in the United States. And it has figured out that it does much better where there are travelers. So therefore, over the last year, it has signed 150 new franchise contracts, many of which are in hotels and in airports where its brand is much more highly appreciated. If you can figure out your niche opportunity in terms of location, it can show you some blue ocean growth. In fact, Fridays believes that with such a strategy, it can grow from a little over 400 units today to 1,000 by 2030. Two, Fridays has become extraordinarily talented at hiring for personality. In fact, its Google and Yelp reviews have been surging partially based on its front of the house staff. If you can figure out how to hire staff that has personality, that can interact more with guests as your core profile for front of the house staff, you can also see better reviews over time, more repeat customers, and growing demand even in a weak demand environment like we've seen over the last year. And three, very importantly, Fridays has figured out that the palate of younger consumers all over the world is changing. Consumers that are in their 20s and 30s really want more global flavors than ever before, whether they're here in the United States or they're abroad. And so Fridays has started to offer more global flavor profiles in its menus. And this is paying off with younger generations. If you do not have a strategy, a positioning strategy for younger generations to replace those older ones, you are missing out, and you need to figure out how to turn that corner. If you want more great content like this, go to the Kitchen to Chain podcast on YouTube, where we talk about restaurants every single day.